Welcome back to Stranger Damies episode 81. Just a bunch of us first-time D&D players, and watched the last episode. We had one of our first moments to ever occur on the show. We'll probably settle that by the end of this episode. Positive or negative, we don't know yet. But we make mistakes, we learn some lessons, we go through new experiences, as we will in this episode. But first, let me get you to the recap from last episode. After defeating the succubus and incubus, you guys walked down a hallway that was full of blood and ichor, and just seemed to be like a sacrificial area of this cave here. You get to the back, and you see that there's a door guarded by an Earnest, a devil woman, like basically a Crown's Guard sort of type for archdevils and stuff like that. But historically, known to be tough, and only the highest of the high do it.
Check your. Are you going to restart your?
No.
Mine's charging.
Sorry. Yeah, got to keep time the episodes. So, they see her protecting a door. There's a shimmering figure that O'Craig does dispel magic to, and it closes shut. Some yelling ensues. They see Tiresias come out, and they start a battle. For some reason, he's not responding to them. A Tanaruk busts through the door afterwards, and during the ensuing battle, they are able to take care of the three demons, or two demons and one devil, in the room there. But during the battle, our half-orc sorcerer O'Craig has succumbed to battle and lays dead and lifeless in the middle of the battlefield here. Right
That's
now,
exactly how you would do it.
with a giant wound in the center of his chest. And guys, so what do? You see the death before you, and O'Craig laying dead there.
Can I investigate O'Craig's body? Can I take his money pouch?
Roll an investigation.
While he's doing that, I'm going to investigate Tiresias.
18.
So you find his money pouch and you take
I
it.
take it.
Pizzatacos, really?
What is that?
That was
It's not
one of
like
the main. That's the only reason that I kept him at the table, because I'm assuming there was going to be some shenanigans.
What is it? What is in Fallout when your thing? What is that goes down?
Morale.
Your morale goes down. Your morality goes down because you took his.
It's not
money
like
back?
he's using it.
It's messed up.
He's
He's already.
I'm gonna investigate Tiresias.
Go right ahead.
Rest in peace, O'Craig. What do you want?
Natural 20.
All right, so
Woo!
here we go. So
Here we
you
go.
walk over to Tiresias, and first down, you look down, and he looks completely different than he did when you did kill him. Your spell there in the investigation realized that there was a true polymorph spell on him, which is why dispel magic did not work. I believe. If I'm wrong, yell at me. But so the spell is worn off, and you just see what looks like the body of a human, just laying there, dead.
Do we know the human?
No, just a human. In your investigation, you find he does have weapons on him.
Ooh. Hopefully something I can use.
You find
Excuse me, Dead O'Craig.
Now, Tiresias, we might be able to use this head as evidence. O'Craig would have wanted you to take the head.
Yes, he would have.
I don't have anything to cut it off with.
Here's
Maybe he has something on him.
But you do find
I have a dagger.
There's a
It's gonna take
dagger.
forever.
There's a dagger on the left side of Tiresias. There's a short bow on the other hip, and there's a crossbow latched into the back there, and it's just regular leather armor that he has on. You take all of that, reach into his pockets. He has about 500 gold pieces on him,
Can't write all this down because I don't
which
have
seems to be on its own little tied-up pouch, as though it was like a payment of some sort. And then you also find a letter
Oh, yay.
Oh, maybe we don't need to take his head.
Okay.
on him.
Oh, Craig also would have wanted me to put it on a spike.
Yeah.
True.
But I don't have a spike.
Well, then just take the head.
And this is a letter. It is written in common.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
I can read it.
It's convenient.
That son of a bitch.
Whoa, why are you looking at me?
No, not you. Dear Annie, the plan is almost complete. What? Is this the wrong letter?
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't read the whole thing.
Sorry. There's so many letters.
Make mistakes, right?
Make mistakes. There we go.
First rule of Stranger Damies, we make mistakes. Is this the right?
That's the right letter.
Okay. Dear friends, if you're reading this letter, then I see you have discovered my actual goals. I had hoped that I would have driven you enough towards Stillbend that I would have more time to complete the permanent rift. But alas, I should not have underestimated the relationships you made with this town. With that said, I look forward to seeing you on the battlefield once we have eliminated our common enemy. Oh, and if you haven't figured this out already, especially if the half-orc is reading this letter, the creature you just killed was a decoy of sorts made from a soul that I had long claimed a century ago. So technically, an innocent. No! Well, I hope you can sleep well knowing this information. I am sure that half-orc will. With love, Titivius.
Half-orc is sleeping all right.
So wait, what? Is he the one that's trying to raise Tiamat? Is that what we're supposed to gather from that?
Who has Arcana? Roll Arcana.
Me.
Zekarra.
She never rolled.
12.
12. That's enough. You, by hearing this letter, you realize that the thing that O'Craig closed was a rift to the abyssal plane. That putting 2 to 2 together. That is the rift that he is talking about in the letter there. So
Somebody else tell me what's going on.
Yeah.
So I think, is it correct to assume that more demons could have come through the rift to attack us?
Yep.
So luckily O'Craig closed a rift to the abyssal plane,
Oh.
or we would have had more demons to deal with.
So his horrifying death was not in vain.
Yeah,
He did something right.
he did one thing right.
He died doing what he loved.
Yep.
Closing rifts.
Is there nothing we can do to help him?
You guys sound so distraught right now.
Well, I mean, there's stuff we can do, but I need to rest. You get my meaning.
Okay.
But it's not gonna be easy.
All right.
I have something that I can do, but he needs to agree to it, essentially.
Yeah, how? He's dead.
He can hear me.
Oh,
We're like this.
I'm sure you are.
Well, he can hear all of us when we do this, but we'll have to tap into the ethereal plane, as they say. Maybe. I don't know.
Does that mean those
This is
green,
all new to me.
Fingers
That-
crossed.
I know
that-
things I can do,
does
but...
that mean those green guys are coming?
Oh,
Oh, the Green Lanterns. I don't know. Craig really never told us much about that stuff.
nope. All
He
we
had
know is one
conversa-
of their
he met
names.
them.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't call them.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys have investigated the two of you, still have the 2 bodies there, and then you have the room in the back.
Why don't we, he's not going anywhere.
Let's check the other room before we do anything.
Okay.
Alright,
Go into
so
the
you
other
head back
room.
in the room, and this is an office of sorts. Back here, you see a desk, some tables, and chairs, and then you notice in the back of the corner something very familiar, which is a teleportation circle, which was what that flash you saw was earlier. So you don't know if the flash that you saw was someone leaving or someone coming, but everything is now making sense now that you're inside this room here.
It's not the going.
It's
the coming.
Coming.
So you get inside, and you definitely see if you want to investigate. Anyone wants to investigate the room?
Yep, I'll investigate.
Natural 19.
20 or 21.
All right. So you go over to the desk, which has a bunch of papers, strewn out, and then you find
Fire letter.
you find two things.
Oh.
Or no, you find one thing that you can read, but you also find that there is a locked drawer
God, this is
in the
good.
desk. So
Protect the traps.
there you
first.
go.
Okay. It says, Dear Annie, the plan is almost complete. Once I get them to turn on Cranor, then there will be no one else to stand in our way. We will be together soon under the rule of our queen. Continue to keep the dragon from killing anyone, because the death of an innocent will bring the might of the Platinum Sanctuary down upon us. We can discard him when we kill the others. Praise be to the scaled tyrant, Titivius.
Like I would ever turn on Cranor.
Or me, for that matter.
Yeah,
Maybe he's gonna try to control one of us.
I hope not. But it sounds like he was going to make us do it on our own volition. It's going
I don't
to
know.
give him a bad name. Cranor's hilarious. I don't know.
It's not weird at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
you get
Locked
a-
drawer. I detect traps.
go ahead. There.
What is it, investigation?
Yep.
That's 20.
All right. No traps. Just locked.
Sleight of hand. That's a natural 16.
Yeah, you're good. You
Okay.
pop it right open. Open inside, and there's a letter inside there.
Oh.
This is a 2-page letter.
2-pager.
Oh man.
Oh,
Hope
no.
you brought your reading glasses.
This is a weird time to tell you guys I have no idea how to read.
This is the reading
my God.
episode.
Whoa, is that really what it is?
Yep.
You should read it and just give us a summary.
Dear Robbie.
XO. XO.
This contract binds the scribe and recipient into an ideal of chosen
lawyer.
escalation for an unending period of time. Or, this contract is voided by an agreement on the part of both parties. Upon agreeing to and signing this contract, the recipient is bound to their agreed obligations and parameters within the first pact, as is the scribe. Upon completion of the agreed obligations and parameters on both sides of the initial pact, the first pact is considered complete and concluded. This contract as a whole remains until the predetermined period of eternity, allowing the recipient, should they feel inclined, to invoke and trigger the second and third pact anytime thereafter through verbal acceptance in relative proximity of this contract. The obligations and parameters agreed upon within this second and third pact then become binding and immediate to be fulfilled on part or of both parties within an agreed upon period of time. Upon completion of the agreed obligations and parameters on both sides of the second or third pact, the pact is considered complete and concluded. This contract remains in effect through all pacts and thereafter, maintaining any agreed upon specifications and obligations that remain outside of the pact's completion for eternity. Somebody works in real estate.
and somebody also used bits and pieces of other contracts in D&D world.
There you go. Any violation of this contract on the part of the scribe immediately holds this contract null and void, requiring penalty payment of 15,000 gold pieces to the recipient to be paid immediately. Any violation of this contract on the part of the recipient immediately locks the claim and ownership of the everlasting soul of the recipient immediately upon the death to the scribe to do with as they see fit. Alright guys,
Did you understand any of that?
first pact. The scribe, Titivius, agrees to conquer the town of Stillben and become a political distraction so that the ritual can be conducted uninterrupted. The recipient, Annie, agrees to deliver the Drakenhorn to City of Brass without alerting the Archdevil. Second pact. Scribe Titivius agrees to immediately conjure forth a cadre of demons, devils, in service to the recipient, whom shall remain under the command of and dedicated to the protection of the recipient for the duration of 1 month. Cadre shall include 3 Aranyes and 2 Tanaric. Should any demons, devils bound within this agreement upon cadre be slain outside Bator,
Yeah.
they are absolved of future service to the recipient.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. The recipient, Annie, agrees to introduction and installation of 2 chosen of the Despater,
Yeah.
who have been selected by the scribe within a place of divine worship of this scribe's choice. The recipient must not interfere with this installation upon completion, and any interference will be considered a violation of this contract. Third pact. The scribe, Titivius, agrees to immediately impart the recipient with knowledge of an ancient power beyond their grasp, enabling the use of divine powers granted under the grace of Lord Spader that can instantly restore themselves or allies to a healthy state or rend the life force from their opponents. These powers remain within your possession until death. The recipient, Annie, agrees to immediately lock the claim and ownership of the everlasting soul of the recipient, invoking the laws of the pact, primeval under the control and dominance of the scribe for all of eternity, sending the soul of the recipient immediately upon death to the scribe to do with as they see fit. Signed by the agreed upon parties under the law of pact primeval. Scribe to Tiresias, Annie, recipient.
You lost me like 10 minutes ago.
I am going to have to talk to my lawyer. Make sure it's all good. Yeah, it's a lot. More or less, Titivius is making us act a fool, acting as a distraction, so that we will be late in the resurrection of Tiamat, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Great.
Not specifically you guys, but
Not specifically us.
but he is a distraction.
Now, out of game,
Yeah.
is the Titivius we met the same as the Titivius that we found?
No, that is not it.
Okay. But
That's
what-
the soul. That,
Okay.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
one of the
what-
souls that he also got from the contract.
Okay. I just make sure.
Yeah.
So we're just wasting our fucking time. But
Sure.
from what I could
Yep, so-
tell, there is one Tanarek left.
Yeah. The only thing you know, roll intelligence.
I don't think that's very good.
Ooh.
Natural 17. Okay.
So the only thing you can pick up on from reading all that is that you know at least part of the first pact has been fulfilled.
Part of the first pact being the scribe Titivius agrees to conquer the town of Stillben and become a political distraction so that the ritual can be conducted uninterrupted. So he's sacked
He has
Stillben,
done that, but you do not know if the second part has been completed yet.
which is
No, not the second pact. The second part of the first pact.
Oh, the recipient agrees to deliver the Drakenhorn. So we don't know if they have the Drakenhorn to the city of Brass without alerting the Archdevil. Do we
Yeah,
know
so
who the
your
Archdevil
intelli-
is?
Well, the Archdevil is Baal.
Okay.
It's Titivius' boss. So that intelligence roll gets you all that. The things you're picking up on is that two things. They've either moved on to the other two packs at this point, or he's
still
the
en
deal
route
he
to
did-
Drakenhorn.
He still wants the horn, and the deal he made with you guys might have been because of what happens if she violates the contract.
Okay.
So those are, two things are at play.
Okay. So, what we could kind of understand is either A, he's trying to still get the Dragonhorn to the city of Brass, or this contract is void because Annie has gone on her own merry way. Right?
Yep.
Or both.
Which, the latter is sort of what we kind of gathered when we met him,
Mhm.
but we can't necessarily trust him.
No.
I say we don't trust him.
Because as the first part says, he's planning to be a distraction.
Which he's doing rather well.
Well, he killed one of us, almost killed me. So distraction achieved. So I don't know what to do with this guy.
I thought you said
we
we
leave
could do
him?
something to
We
help.
could, but it's not exactly his brother we're talking about here.
No, he's not.
Should we maybe send him a message? Maybe
Who, King Roni?
King Roni can help us. He was a little hardier, stronger,
It's
better
up to
looking.
you. I can't send him a message. You can.
So can Okrai
Could.
hear you right now, or only when you
No,
do whatever you have
I
to
have
do?
to do a spell.
Okay, that's good.
I've heard he has a bigger penis too, which means he is much better in terms of like if he was going to carry on the lineage. I mean, for their sake. For their sake.
This is all
I mean,
very
I think-
interesting.
I think in terms of the female half-orc biology, a bigger penis is preferred.
I wouldn't know, but I believe you.
Right? It makes sense.
It makes sense.
So we can raise him from the dead.
Okay.
But I need the long rest, if that's going to happen.
Okay. We can do that.
Yeah.
Might as well stay in here.
If, we could sleep on it tonight.
We
Make
can
sure that's what we want to do.
Okay.
But, yeah. It could happen.
All
Good
right.
to know.
Well, we might as well rest.
Yeah, we need to
This
rest.
was a rather long battle.
Mm-hmm. And it deserves a long rest.
That it does.
All right. So take your long rest. And then I'll have you each, not at the same time, but roll perception as you take watch.
Oh, okay. So I'll go
We're
first.
doing
Then, so, perception.
Yeah.
That is a 24.
So as you're sitting up, looking around, looking over the battlefield, she's doing all that, you notice on the earness that there seems to be something sticking out of the back of her armor, like a piece of paper or something.
Can I grab it?
Yep. You walk up to and grab it.
This other contract.
Mark did a lot of work.
He did.
And that is what you find rolled up in her back pocket there.
I will I'll talk to them in the morning.
Yeah. So you put that away. Who takes second?
As per this, is there a missing piece to this?
I'll show you the map.
Okay.
I couldn't. Printing out the map was too much for the printer. So, but it is in one of the books I have here.
I'll go second. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
14.
All right. Yeah. You look out on the battlefield, and you just, still shaking your head, thinking about that you murdered an innocent life.
Is there any large cloths anywhere in here?
I mean, there's the earness and he has the bear skin wrapped around his body, the Tanaruk.
Okay. I'm gonna take that.
He's sneaky.
And put it
Right by O'Craig's head.
and put it over the innocent.
Not O'Craig though.
He's not innocent.
So you cover the body there, and then you go back to sleep. And Zekarra, final watch.
22.
22. You don't notice any movement or anything. You're looking in at the teleporter, just trying to see, keep an eye on it, make sure no one's coming through. Nothing. But you guys are all sitting around just thinking about the now bare skin covered body of your half-orc sorcerer laying in the middle of the battlefield.
I think he put it over the.
You put it over the innocent.
You put it over the
person.
innocent?
Yeah, I'm still freezing on the floor.
Right. So you see him freezing on the floor
Next to a naked
next to a naked Tanarak.
This is too much for me to take in.
And so you turn around and
I'm just like,
walk back in behind the door.
Okay.
So get a restful night's sleep. You guys wake up. And
I
when you
guess
wake
I
up,
should
you
make
see...
sure I prepare that spell.
Yeah, so prepare, do what you have
whoops,
to
I
do.
didn't prepare it.
And you see, when you wake up, you see Lord Dario is kind of just standing over O'Craig's body, just waiting for you guys to awake. And then when you come out, he looks over, he's like,
You wouldn't have that diamond on you, would you, Dario?
I was just thinking the same thing. Do you need it?
Yeah, I gotta. Unless, again, any objections?
We need to
I
bring
don't
him
think so.
back, as much as it pains me.
I'm assuming that's the answer to my question of what we're going to do with this body.
Yes. Before we do that, what I do. I do what I do. I rummage through bodies. And I feel
So
like it.
he's searching through his pouch as you're doing this.
I found a letter, which, if I had to guess, would be from Tiresias to the demon woman, and it sounds like they're going to try and double cross Annie, specifically by killing our good red friend Astaroth.
I hate him even more now.
Yes, as we say, once you see the red dragon fall, attack from the north. So he's going to kill Astaroth, and then his forces would come from the north at the runoff on this map here. I've still been. He said the forces would take care of anybody that's in Annie's forces, but Annie's specifically was to Titius's. And then after they've taken care of the witnesses, they would take the Drakenhorn, shift back to the City of Brass. So they're trying to deliver the Drakenhorn to the City of Brass.
Wow.
Someone didn't destroy this letter, though. Fools. Because they did. Okay, are we resurrecting this dude?
So Dario reaches out, hands you over a diamond worth 500 gold pieces.
Dude, I pay him for it, let's say.
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you 400 for it.
So he takes it. He says,
Okay.
"No." He's like, "Thank you."
All right, so now we all have to convince him to resurrect. It sounds weird. So you have to say nice things about him,
Oh, God.
or anything you could say to make him feel like he needs to come back. All right?
I guess so.
I will go last.
Okay. I'll go first.
All right.
What do I do? Do I have to, like, lean over his face and, like, whisper in his ear? Do I yell?
Just make sure he hears it.
Pretend you're speaking to your husband.
I don't know who said that. Oh,
I'm
Craig.
doing this.
Oh, Craig.
It's mostly for show. I don't need to do that.
If you're listening, which hopefully you are, you need to come back. You need to let us resurrect you.
Great.
I know
That's what we're looking for.
I know that you, being you, would love nothing more than to go to Stillbend and watch my dragon die. So if for nothing else, let that be your reason to come back. And also, we need you, and you're powerful, and we would miss you if you weren't here a little bit. And if you come back, I will never make you eat elven spices again.
All right. So roll a persuasion check.
13.
Okay.
Tiresias.
Oh, Craig, although you may not be as powerful as your brother, we could still use your help in this endeavor. That's all I got.
Short and sweet.
Can only say so many nice things about a half.
You also roll persuasion.
5.
Okay.
Oh, man.
All right.
Sure.
It's about as good as my speech.
All right. This is my turn. Oh, Craig, you died doing what you love. Getting your ass kicked by Devil Woman, and I won't kink shame. But we really need you in this fight, and if you don't want to come back, I'm going to tell everybody you have a small penis. Everyone that I haven't told already, anyway. That's all I got.
All right.
That is a 23.
Okay. What was your natural?
11.
11. So, even do you, by any chance, have a -2 intimidation?
No, I have a +6.
Okay. So it would be a 17 for
17.
that. Yeah. Because the telling everyone you have a small dick thing is more of a intimidation of his soul than a persuasion.
Intimidated his soul.
Like, if you don't come back, I'm going to tell people you have a small dick. All right. So, as first time you guys are noticing this going on, you see after Zekarra's speech, there's a pulse of purple light. Then
Let's,
it goes.
do we
to-
ask him? Does that work?
No, I
Does
roll.
any of it work?
I roll, and then
Okay.
it's then you know after Tiresias's, you don't see anything spark, and then after yours you see a spark of blue light
Nothing
there.
Bored.
And take a photo for the internet to show.
The interwebs.
That means you're still dead.
There we go. That is what I rolled. So as you see the lights converge and spark and pulse, all of a sudden you hear and life breathes back into O'Craig.
Yay.
I just start firing off.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Does that count as a long rest for him since he's dead?
He has long
Nope.
rested.
Where am
Back
I?
with 1 hit point.
Yep.
Oh, great.
You're back to, so just to explain, you're back to 1 hit point. And since this is the first time through the ritual challenge, you heard everything they said, but you can decide yourself whether you want to reveal that you heard what people said.
Not right now.
So yeah.
Okay.
Not right now.
Welcome
so,
back.
You are breathing
Yes.
on the ground there. You see.
Touching myself, and do I feel anything weird or?
No, you're back to normal. You just feel a little sluggish.
Okay.
How are you doing?
This hurts. What happened?
You died.
I died.
Like,
Mhm.
died.
Would I know that I died?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well-
So,
Also, did you see anything? What happened?
the last thing I remember was the devil woman just taking a big slice out of me, and then it went black. And that's all I heard some stuff,
You
and
didn't
then I
see
came back.
anything?
Did I see anything?
That's up to you.
Not that I want to talk about, to be honest, but
Okay.
I heard a lot of stuff, and
What did you hear?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Maybe you should lie down for a while.
yeah, I'm
You
like
don't look
sitting.
so good.
Yeah, I'm sitting down.
Was anything nice? Did you hear?
I heard a lot of weird stuff. Some nice, some not nice. But who do I thank?
Do we have to fill him in on the plan now?
Who do I thank for bringing me back?
You can shorthand it.
Sort of me.
I give him a big hug.
1 hit point.
But it's not even like it's not even like
It's-
I'm
it's-
weak and
I'm glad you're
It-
back
it's
because
even-
these two don't get my jokes.
It's even
I mean, I get them. They're just
Yeah.
not funny.
as he hugs you,
It's
it's
fair.
even weaker than you thought it would be.
Oh man,
The hug?
I'm gonna get cast Cure Wounds on him.
Why doesn't he
4th
take
level.
a long rest?
Could we? I mean, it doesn't
That's
matter.
another
either
8
way.
hours. You
Yeah.
guys have to sit around.
Cure Wounds, 4th level. 4d8 plus 4. I rolled that, right?
Yep.
Do you have any potions?
me, I do, yeah. I have 1.
How much are you? Oh, you're.
I'm at 1.
He's at
9, 16, 17, 21 points.
Feel a little better. Still sore. Still feel like there was a big metal thing jammed into my chest, but
I'm gonna slap O'Craig on the shoulder and cast Cure
And
Wounds
I'm
at
dead.
4th level.
and I die. I give out a very girlish. I have a penalty now, right?
Yeah, you're -4 to everything, I think, right?
To
That's
everything,
all long rest.
like what?
You have 27.
rolls.
hit points.
27 extra?
-4 penalty on all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Okay.
Yeah, so technically, anytime I ask you to roll a dice,
It's -4.
-4 for
Okay.
now until, and every long rest you take, it goes down 1.
Okay. So we won.
Feel any better?
Feel a little better. Thank you very much.
We barely
Appreciate
won, and I let him in on kind of, for time's sake, what we've learned
Good.
so far.
Yep. So if you have any questions about it,
So,
ask it.
so we were double crossed.
Well, I don't think on purpose us.
Okay.
We're kind of like the idiots that were left holding the bag.
So I'll take a look and I see that that's not Tituvius. Like, I felt something was weird, right?
Mhm.
Why would he not have talked to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egg on my face for thinking
Well,
it was
it's
him.
not just you. And I mean, I tried to figure something out and it didn't work. And I'm
But-
sorry that.
Good news, you dispelling magic the
Mhm.
first time was a good
Oh.
thing.
Yeah.
How?
You
That
closed
was
the rift to the
a
abyssal
void.
plane,
Oh,
so
Void shaped
more
like that.
demons would
Yeah.
have come through.
it's pretty good.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good thing. I did. That was a
Went
good
like
last.
this to that.
It dried up.
Dried up.
Dried right up.
Yeah.
Should we destroy the?
The bodies.
No.
Take the heads.
No.
Should we go through the teleporter?
Should we destroy the teleporter?
Can you?
No. What if that gets us to Stillben like now?
What if it doesn't?
Well, I'm pretty weak. I have no spells. I have nothing. Even though I'm very happy that you brought me back, if we go charging into another fight, I think I'd probably wind up in the same spot again pretty quickly.
Can he sleep on one of our horses while we go?
No.
Oh.
Did
How
You
long
have
will
at
it take-
least 1 or 2 rests before you get to Stillbend, if riding on the horses.
What was I gonna ask? I don't even remember.
did anyone check the other bodies?
No.
I did find a letter in the demon lady's stuff,
Okay.
and it sounds like Tituvius is gonna double cross Annie. So she crossed him.
Right.
He's gonna cross her.
Okay.
By the way, you never told us what was in the other letter.
I did, didn't I? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the.
Yeah, so I might have told just her. Tituvius is planning to kill the red dragon and make off with the Drakenhorn to raise. I suppose he's planning to raise Tiamat on his own.
So Astaroth hasn't killed anybody because if he kills someone, that alerts the Chroma Conclave,
The Platinum
the
Sanctuary.
the Platinum Sanctuary.
Almost.
Almost.
You were close.
Yeah. So the Chroma Conclave is all bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Platinum Sanctuary. So we, as of right now, we know he hasn't killed anyone.
Correct.
Right.
So maybe we have to change our plan.
But that also means that Annie is controlling Astaroth.
Right. So we have to somehow break that spell.
Wasn't that always the plan? What do you mean change the plan?
Well, I was thinking if we can't get him done, we'd have to kill him.
That was always the plan.
But now we can't kill him.
Not surprising.
Well, now we can't kill him because if we
we've
do
been
that,
vocal about it, and you agreed. You agreed that if we couldn't bring him back,
Mm-hmm.
then we would have to kill him, and you'd be okay with that. You've agreed. Play the
I
tape
don't
back.
think I would have been okay with it.
You knew what had to be done in case that. So now it feels like you were just kind of giving us lip service.
I don't think anything's changed besides the fact that we have to now kill the Mirror Man again.
We have to kill both of them,
And we
as
have
far
to
as
kill-
I'm concerned.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Kill
just get
Annie.
rid of both of them.
well, I want
Yeah.
payback. So
I assume you would. Yeah, because I don't know how we're gonna save Astaroth, and like we could let Tituvius kill Annie, and so we don't have to kill her. But then they'd probably also kill Astaroth.
no,
So if we're gonna save Astaroth, we have to kill both of them. Is basically what I'm saying.
I wonder if we can still play the fool here. You know what I mean?
No,
Maybe.
because he's already written us a letter.
It's
Oh,
not
okay.
literally addressed to us.
Sure it is.
It's dear friends.
Yes, but he mentions O'Craig by name.
Oh, that's right.
So he knows that we know.
It doesn't say his name,
But it says
probably
half-
because he
half
doesn't
orc.
know his name.
Right.
So
I
he.
feel like Tituvius doesn't cares too much for O'Craig. No offense, O'Craig.
I wouldn't blame him. So now he knows that we know.
It is written with love, though.
Well, he was a very
He's-
charismatic
He's
guy.
also an arrogant
I mean, as
bastard.
charismatic people go, he was okay.
Arrogant bastard.
I don't
works.
see
was
it.
very
To be
arrogant,
honest with
yes.
you, I don't
Yeah.
see it.
So what are our options, friends?
Continue to Stillben. That's where everyone is.
Yeah, I think we're on a collision course with Stillben.
It's all going down.
That's
Yeah.
where S and Latari and Teddy are
Right.
waiting.
Our paths converge.
Yeah, if I haven't said it enough, I really rue the day that I've met all of you.
It's nice to hear it again, though.
Yeah, I haven't said it in a while.
You
so.
haven't.
Well, the fates have decided that this is our quest.
Aren't you kind of curious where that transporter goes to, though?
I am very curious.
I think we should go through it.
I agree.
What?
For once, I agree with the she-elf.
Oh dear.
I think that's the best option. I mean,
Well,
maybe on the other end,
Can't we
it
go
could be-
anywhere?
Listen.
I don't know.
Demons were coming through that, so you probably go.
No, it's coming through the rift.
We don't know what
This.
came through there. Or
And
went out of
then
there.
and then it went like this,
It dried up.
and dried up.
I
Oh, Craig knows all
apologize.
about that.
I apologize to all the audio listeners.
So, I'm thinking, whatever came through there, that was kind of like his base of operation. So if nothing has come through recently, right? Nothing has come through
From the teleporter?
from the teleporter.
No, we saw that flash, but we don't know
Right.
if someone was coming or going.
I think that's our best way to get some.
I
some
know
more
we
answers.
shouldn't do this, but maybe we should split the party.
No.
We-
That's a bad idea.
Hey,
We could talk to the Margrave, right? I'm assuming that this whole cave is cleared out.
But what happens if
From
we
what
come
we know.
back and the teleporter?
Oh, we do need to talk to the Margrave because he owes us for cleaning.
He
stuff.
does. He
Well,
owes
you-
us a lot of money.
you can't get rid of the teleportation circle. I think it would take a
Can't do-
long
You
time.
can't destroy it.
It would take a long time. Would I know that?
You know Arcana?
Yes.
Then roll Arcana check.
-4.
How are you a sorcerer with
Um,
-4
No,
Arcana?
he's
Well,
got
because-
-4 on everything right
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
I'm being slightly nice because I could make it an intelligence roll, which make it basically impossible.
So it's +4, so it's a 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would that have been intelligence-wise?
Intelligence.
I'm just curious at the number, to be honest.
I have a +0.
So it would have been a
So
zero.
It would have been a
Zero.
0. Yeah.
Which would have been fun.
Yeah. What else is?
So, you're not 100% sure, but you're in your confidence.
I'm still a little woozy, but I feel as if it would take because it takes a long time to create a teleportation circle, and someone would have to literally be here to destroy it.
DM.
Yeah.
Are teleport circles one way?
No.
Yeah, I'll go back to where. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing, just for game's sake, roll intelligence.
That's a 7. Straight 7.
Straight 7. You know they're both ways because you've done it before.
Right. That's
So
right.
that much you don't need, high intelligence for. That roll was more to fill you in a little bit more about teleportation circles,
Okay.
but you didn't roll high enough to get it.
So, worst case scenario, we'd always just jump back into the teleportation circle.
Yeah. Let's go to the Margrave, get our money, and as soon as I say money, I tap where I think my purse would be, my wallet.
Yeah, roll perception to see if you.
8. It was 12 -4, right?
So I think you're smart enough that you know it's not on you. That's all you perceive.
I can't. I'll start looking on the ground. Did I drop my money when I died?
This is really sad.
Alright. I was holding this for you. Just keeping this safe.
Oh,
I'll come back this entire
Okay.
time.
just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it. That was kind.
You were dead. We didn't know if you were coming back.
I get it.
Yeah.
I know.
You do the same thing.
Yes.
Me, not so much.
Well, I appreciate you too, but I appreciate all of you.
Well, at least you guys don't bother yourself with the spice of life. I guess.
I have plenty of spice.
I'm sure. I'm sure, Tiresias.
Alright, so
That lawful good
Were you,
spice.
were you raised in a cult?
That's a good point.
I was raised on the streets.
so you guys are making your way out of the.
We're heading towards the Margrave.
All
Yeah.
right.
Is there any way for us to keep an eye on this area? Does
Like
anyone
a-
have any abilities?
Like string, so we know where
Yeah,
we're going.
Any way to know if anyone comes in or out of the teleportation circle while we're not
I
here?
don't think any of you have
No.
any magic like that or items that would do that.
Nope.
None of you took a concoction that lets your poo be able to be seen through.
Right.
Can we send a
Try
page?
Is that?
Can we send a page?
to keep an eye on it?
Yeah, just... Yeah. Some guy
You'd
just
have to
hang
go
out.
out and then send
Yeah.
them in.
Okay.
But for the time you're traveling out, you don't.
Okay.
So you guys make your way out. Yeah, as you can tell, as far as you can tell, you have not seen another demon creature or anything as you're going out. Zekarra assumes that since the rift was closed, that is now,
It's dried up.
yeah.
The rift is dried up.
that was where all the demons were coming from that were attacking the city.
Okay.
As you exit the cage, you get confirmation of that because everybody is standing around waiting for, either something to come out or you guys to come out.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
And as you guys emerge and Pizzatacos yells that out, you hear a yelp from the tower up above, and you see a little halfling body jump down, climb down.
I thought she was falling.
No, climb down the ladder real fast, and she sprints over and goes, "You're alive!" and jumps into Zekarra's arms.
Aww.
And then as you hug and embrace, she sits down and sort of brushes her armor and plays it cool and hands out a fist bump for Zekarra. Yeah.
We're good. We made it.
Shipped.
we stand as Zekarra S relationship. Is that what it is now?
And S sort of after collecting herself,
Strakara.
looks up at you and
There you go.
looks at
We're all
Dario and
thinking
goes,
the same thing.
"So
Now kiss.
that's the worst."
You put the Jack Nicholson from Anger Management gif. Yeah.
So you guys, S looks over at Dario and kind of goes, "So, I guess let's go see the Margrave?" And
Yes.
then you
Sally
guys-
forth.
And she looks back at you confused, and Dario just shakes his head and walks towards
He's so
the
done
war
with
tent
us.
there. Yeah.
Fucking Dario.
Get the,
Got me killed.
He's pretty strong. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
think
well, it wasn't
as you get
that's
into the
wrong.
war tent,
Sat out in the first round.
he looks over as you guys come in. And he goes, "Oh, thank God you're alive."
It's not a starter. He's a sixth man.
Yeah.
So let's just clear up what you guys found in there. Just let me know, and then I can figure out what I can do to help you on the next leg of your journey, as promised.
I gotta sit down. I'm tired and
Yeah. So Craig sits down.
I'm just gonna sit
one
this
of the
out.
chairs.
You guys figure
Can
it
you
out.
take a short rest while we're talking?
Yeah, you can take a short rest, but that doesn't affect the
It
minus.
doesn't
it's
help.
a long rest.
So, I mean, I'll just kind of.
I know, but
Now-
does it get?
I don't
hit
get
points
spells back. I get my hit points back, but I don't get spells back.
I know, but it helps.
So Margrave,
Yes.
we found a teleportation circle.
Oh, really?
All the way in the back. I'm really curious what happens down on the other end of that. Can
well,
we
I
send like a flunky?
I can send a couple people in the guard.
I want to send someone through it and then back and see where it comes from.
Hey,
Someone disposable.
Oh my god.
and you just see peeking out behind all of it. You see a little tiny hand keeps waving back and forth.
Like that guy.
No,
No, it's
that's
S.
Strawberry.
Oh, S. No, she's too powerful.
Aw,
She's
she wanted
useful,
to.
useful.
Yeah.
She sort of has the reaction of that Alonzo Mourning gif.
Yeah.
Of-
Yeah, but,
Is there a red shirt we could send through there?
So he's like, I guess we can send someone through. I won't guarantee they'll know to come back.
Who's like your weakest man?
And looks over in the corner, and you just see some guy. He just his whole conversation is just standing there shaking
Aw.
meekly.
Can we send that guy through?
And he looks over and he's like, "Well, you always wanted to go out in the field."
Now,
I'll-
I go up to him and is like, I just need you to get a reading and then jump back in as soon as possible.
He goes, "Oh, okay."
Just figure out where you are and figure out how many people are there, and then you can jump right back in.
Okay.
Also, we found a rift.
But we
well,
closed it.
it dried up
We
though.
closed it.
Right, but that's where all of
It was like this,
Oh god.
Right.
and then he dispelled magic, and then it closed.
Right.
Thank you for that. That's where all
You're
of
saying
the
that to the
demons
Margrave.
were coming from.
Yeah.
That's where all of your activity seems to be
Yes.
coming
So,
It's good. All right.
mission
So-
accomplished.
Money, please.
That just minus $5,000 off of the.
What?
We did. Come on.
I died,
And he
motherfucker.
chuckles.
You never said that
what?
there was an
I died.
obnoxious penalty.
I died.
Roll. He's gonna roll. And
He's back from the dead. It's true. I'm missing a
He's
spell
not
slot.
He's confused. He doesn't know if you're telling the truth.
Am I rolling anything?
No, you're not rolling anything because
Okay.
you're not lying.
I'm not lying. That is true.
He was checking to see if you were lying.
Oh, I'm dead. I died.
I'm
It
dead.
You're
hurt.
dead?
I'm not dead. I died. They brought me back.
We said some really nice things, too.
We did.
And
I don't
all you
think
hear
it
in the
hurts.
background is just
Perception, or wait, no. What is it?
Persuasion?
Insight check.
sight.
Insight to him.
Okay.
Deception check.
A good instinct roll.
15.
12.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't super nice.
I give you like the whale eye.
You know you heard everything.
I heard. That's why I just wanted to.
All
you
you,
could've
hear,
said
said
the
nicer
best?
things,
Who said the
but-
best stuff?
all you guys hear in the back of the room is Dario chuckling as you guys are, explaining all this to the Margrave about O'Craig dying.
Where were you on that first round there, Dario?
I thought you guys had it.
Slipped your mind.
Yeah. Not a starter.
Starter.
Forever a sixth man.
If it makes what's this kid's name?
What kid?
The kid we're sending through the portal.
Can we attach a rope to him and
Right.
then yank him back?
No, because once he goes through, he disappears.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way with a teleporter. I mean,
Now, if we had a rift,
if we were gonna put him through the rift,
right?
then you could
If the rift was open,
How about
wide open,
you could put a string attached to something and
this? It'll go
and
with
it'll
it.
go
yank
with
it out.
Oh God.
Can we get a? All right, we need to move.
How about this? How about I stagger to my feet. I'll go with the kid.
No,
We'll go quick.
that's
We'll go real
that's
quick.
Not
Oh,
a good
Craig,
idea.
you
Because
were
he
the last person that
maybe
should
he
go.
doesn't know how to use a teleportation circle.
Do you
Or
do you know how to use it?
If something happens, I could just throw him to them and I'll
Oh my
escape.
God. No. You need to sit this one out.
It's a terrible idea.
All right.
My name's Sean.
Jeff, show him Jeff.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. All right. Well, Sean,
Yes.
do you need help? Do you want someone to go with you?
Can you handle this?
Can you handle it alone?
He looks over at the Margrave, who just turns his head away.
Don't look at him. Look at me. Right here. Right here.
Don't scare
You're with
him.
me.
Don't scare him.
He's like,
I need you here, man.
I mean, it'd be my first time doing anything, so
Anything?
I don't.
We're trusting
That's
this
a
kid.
goddamn thing.
Can we?
And Margaret goes, he's never left the tent.
Like ever?
I'm gonna
Well,
go. I'm
in
going.
this sense.
You're not going.
I'm going.
You're not
I'm gonna.
going.
I start to walk out.
I'm gonna tie you
All
up.
right. I'm going.
With the lasso.
So as you guys
Harry had to
are
buy
leaving
that.
the tent,
Oh, no.
he turns to Margaret turns to Pizzatacos, hands him the I believe it was. I'm not gonna look back on the notes, but he hands you guys. You can split up and maybe keep track of your gold this time.
Sweet.
The 15,000 gold pieces for clearing the cave.
All for Zekarra.
15K. We're living high on the hog.
We don't give any of that to Latari because she ain't here.
Nope.
She's in
And
Stillbed.
You guys are starting to head to the cave.
check on her?
Craig, walking sluggishly, but sort of got the head start. and
Very
he's kind of
gingerly.
Sean next to him. And he's going back towards the cave, and that is where we'll end this episode.
All right.